מצווה גדולה להיות בשמחה תמיד. מצווה גדולה להיות בשמחה תמיד. This is, some lines became a cliche. So it became a cliche. People say it over and over and over and over and over. But if something makes it to become a cliche, that means it's worth repeating over and over, making a song out of this. This deep concept, deep Torah from Rabbi Nachman of Breslev. Mitzvah gdola liot b'simcha tamid. Mitzvah gdola, the word mitzvah gdola is not used, it's not a term used lightly. What makes a mitzvah big or mitzvah small? The Mishnah teaches that a person should not be calculating mitzvot, which mitzvah is bigger, which mitzvah is smaller. We don't know about Hashem Barach. The Mishnah in Shabbat, Klal Gadol, Klal Agmur b'Melachet Shabbat. There's a Klal Gadol, there's mitzvot that are called Gadol because they are a Klal. This mitzvah has in it this attitude is the attitude of all your mitzvot. It's not just one specific mitzvah. It's a mitzvah gedolah. That means it's a root level mitzvah. That this mitzvah from it stems many other mitzvot. Just like the klal has many pratim. This teaching of Rabbi Nachman became so important to him that it's almost like simcha and Breslev is like almost the same coin. It's like you tell someone, I'm talking about Mashiach, they'll say, what are you, the Babager? You talk about simcha, they say, what are you, a Breslever? It became almost like a term that describes the essence of Rabbi Nachman. Simcha. People running around vans, putting stickers, making music, trance. Be happy, no matter what, at all costs. Happiness is a top value. Not that have a life that, your life should be good and that will make you happy. No. Choose to be happy. Happiness is a choice that you can make regardless of your conditions of your life. Your life is going to go up and down and all around like everyone else's life. But happiness is a choice to make. All diseases, all sicknesses, they only happen to a person from not having the right attitude of simcha and happiness. HaKadosh Baruch Hu creates the world with the number 10, with the 10 sfirot, with the ma'amorot. In every world, the number of 10 is the significant number of creation.
I'm sorry.
Our heartbeat, the basic pulse of our life, actually there's 10 different types of heartbeats. There's 10 different nigunim. There's 10 different melodies, 10 different songs. These connect, these 10 types of simcha, because Ale Asov, Ale Navel, Ele Yud Minei Negina Baim Betoch 10 Minei Difakim, Ve'en Mechaim Otam. So there's 10 types of rhythms, of songs, of music, of frequencies of music, that are the pnimiyut of the 10 types of pulses, the 10 pulses that we have. That's why when the happiness has a damage, meaning when the frequency of the melody has a damage, so that means it's one of your nigunim, one of your songs is not singing the way it should be singing. So the pulse is external. The pulse in the blood is receiving its rhythm, its spirit from a rhythm within it. So when that rhythm is healthy, when that nigun is healthy, so the pulse is healthy. But when that nigun is not healthy, so the pulse is not healthy. So the 10 nigunim are root level to the 10 types of pulses, which is the essence of life itself. All the diseases are involved in this idea because the 10 is an inclusive number. Also all the types of music in the world. But David HaMelech, he wrote Sefer Tehillim, but David HaMelech compiled it by Ruach HaKodesh, like it says in the Zohar, it says in the Gemara. The Tehillim was written by 10 tzaddikim, and David HaMelech is Rabban Shel Ruach HaKodesh. He compiles all of them. So that means that David HaMelech was able to put all the 10 types of music into one. וגם חכמי הרופאים העריכו בזה, שכל החולת הדמרה שחורה ועצבות, והשמחה היא רפואה גדולה. Also doctors, and today, it's not a raya that also doctors get to, but even doctors got there, even doctors that think that they know everything eventually understood this truth also, that really it all breaks down to a system of 10, and that all sickness and disease really is root level and some level of depression, meaning of the 10 nigunim, the 10 frequencies of music become lessened, that causes a lessening in the 10 heartbeats, in the 10 minute fakim, and that causes diseases. So the root level of all health is that flow of that 10 types of music. It has to do with happiness. That's the preview. ולעתיד, תתגדל השמחה מאוד. לעתיד, in the future, in the גאולה, the happiness will grow tremendously. על כן אמרו רבותינו זיכרונה לברכה. עתיד הקדוש ברוך הוא להיות ראש חולה לצדיקים, עתיד לבוא, שיעשה מחול לצדיקים, הוא יתברך יהיה ראש חולה. The Gemara in the end of Ta'anit, Gemara in Yerushalmi teaches that there's going to be a certain dance of redemption. There's going to be a certain tremendous circle and dance and awareness that the tzaddikim are going to take place with Hashem Yitbarach in the Geulah. The tzaddikim are going to reach levels of prophecy where they'll be able to see Hashem. So that means there's going to be a tremendous, tremendous happiness and a tremendous dance that's going to take place in the world. And HaKadosh Baruch Hu is leading the dance. כי שכינתו למעלה מראשותיו של חולה, כמו שדרשו רבותינו זיכרונם לברכה. כי אין לחולה שום חיות, רק שכינה מחיה אותו, להטיל על ידי השמחה יתקן כל החולה. ואז יהיה השם יתברך ראש חולה. We know that when a person is sick, chas v'shalom, the Shekhinah, the presence of Hashem, rests above him, very near to him, and gives him light, gives him life. Shekhinah shora lemala meroshtav shel choleh. So that means that the Shekhinah that the sick person only has life from the Shekhinah that's giving him. And in the future, when all the sicknesses will be healed, so then the Shekhinah won't be on top of the sick people. The Shekhinah will be the dance that will lead Rosh HaMachol. It's going to fix there's going to be a dance that's going to fix all the diseases. That's why ki hasimcha ibchinat tikun hacholeh. Choleh is a sick person, but choleh is also lashon of dancing. Mecholat hamachanayim. A machol in Hebrew is a dance. So the root level of sick and the root level of dancing is the same word. Because the disease is a lack of life that exists in this, the lack of simcha that exists. It's one causes the other. והכלל שצריך להתגבר מאוד בכל הכוחות, להיות אך שמח תמיד. The general rule that Rav Nachman is teaching us that a person should do everything they can to always be happy. כי טבע האדם למשוך עצמו למראה שחורה ועצבות מחמת פגעי ובמקרה הזמן. The nature of man is to bring himself down. It's interesting. Sadness, which is from the earth part of the element of a person, you think there's something selfish in it, but like wanting to be sad, or like wanting to be in that self-pity place or that low place. There's a certain gain that the animal soul is feeling by just like feeling I'm right and everything's wrong and it's hard, and it's a certain like leaning chas v'shalom towards darkness and depression that we could all sometimes you could feel inside. Every healthy person could feel inside of them these tendencies, like pre-psychotic tendencies. People that actually act on them become mamish depressed. Victim mentality, right? 100%. Same idea. Meaning it's very easy for a person to just go into a victim mentality. I'm right at the time to fall into some kind of like place inside of them. The world is wrong and I'm right and no one knows, and self-righteousness and all kinds of place inside that, Chas v'shalom, the teva of a person, the animal of a person, the ego could draw him there. V'chol adam malei yisurim. Everyone is malei b'yisurim. Every person is full of pain. Doesn't mean that Chas v'shalom everyone's walking around depressed, but in everyone that's aware of the flow of thoughts within their life, there's always thoughts that could bring you down to depression. he did this to me, he said that's to me, that's going to happen, I'm worried about that, I wanted this, that didn't work out, many, many stories. על כן צריך להכריח את עצמו בכוח גדול להיות בשמחה תמיד. Person must force himself with a great strength to always remain happy. ולשמח את עצמו בכל אשר יוכל. And to make myself super duper happy, even with things that are not like you would think, okay, wow, you could meditate and elevate yourself and get to a place of, just enjoying the essence of life, rejoicing with life. Sometimes you could do that, but sometimes you can't. And as a person stuck in they can't elevate and meditate. No, they're there. ואפילו במילתא דשטותא. It's important to make yourself happy even במילתא דשטותא. This מילתא דשטותא means even with doing foolishness and stupidity and things that are not on your level. Like, this you should be happy from this. Make some kind of funny face or some kind of funny joke. Yes. You think it's not ultimate happiness. This is not true happiness. It doesn't make a difference. It's better to be fakely happy than really seriously depressed. Right? Than honestly depressed. Okay, so you make yourself, because the truth is that life is good. Simcha, happiness, is a product or a choice of connecting myself with Emunah. Because right now, me and Michael, we're stuck out of Israel. There's hundreds of thousands of people that are stuck out of Israel right now. There's people right now that are kicking and screaming and cursing and throwing things and breaking things and making phone calls and me and my life. There's things that the whole life is like that. Things go your way, they don't go your way. You want this, you want that. So what's our healing, Michael? Emunah. You know, Hashem runs the world. Hashem runs the world. And obviously that's going to be the source of our happiness. But what if a person can't even get there? A person can't. And during a nisayon, they take away his levels. Baal Shem Tov explains that that's what the nisayon is, that they take away your level of emunah and bitachon. Of course, if you're sitting there and you could remember it, boom, 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 you'll do it. They take it away. So you're mochin de katnut. You could be in a very minimized consciousness. Great tzaddikim, they said stories about great dark places that they found themselves in. They couldn't daven, they couldn't talk, they couldn't express, they couldn't feel, they could nothing, they were stuck. What's the answer then? Mili dishtuta. Start with the small things. Make funny faces, make noises, laugh from the wrong things, or not from bad, but make yourself happy. Because the truth is that if we really knew what's going on, we should really be mamish happy. Because things are always good. But we're not always connected to that. So the metziut, so the decision to live with Emunah is a decision that everything is good, and everything is good, and everything should be happy all the time. And whenever I can't bring myself to that decision through an elevated consciousness, start singing and dancing. I spoke to a chacham in Tzfat, a Tvila. So he's a very special Jew. He told me he was once on a flight. He doesn't speak English at all. You just imagine land in New York, you don't speak a word English. So he gets there and he's waiting for the suitcases. At the end, there's only him and another Breslover and another woman. Everyone else got the suitcases. Them, they forgot their luggage. Now he's in New York, Thursday, almost Shabbat, doesn't speak English. He doesn't know what to do. He says the Breslover next to him starts dancing. Dancing. He says 20 minutes. Imagine the place is empty. Everyone left already. One Sephardi rabbi, one American woman, and this is Breslover, the whole place, JFK, and he's dancing and singing. And Tvila tells me, okay, he's like, what am I don't know, I was just waiting there. He says 20 minutes later, their suitcases came out. There's inyanim of not allowing the external circumstances of life to shake up your truth. Your inner truth is that Hashem is running the world, everything is in control. Akol beseder, tamid, always, no exceptions. So wherever we could be in that mindset, that's mitzvah gedolah liot b'simcha tamid. But the Hasidim, they write that more than the Yetzer Hara wants a person chas v'shalom to do avera, to sin, to fall. More than that, he wants the depression and the darkness that comes after. That a person says, I'm not worth it, I'm far, I'm not going to make it, it's not for me, all kinds of chatter in there. No. Mitzvah gedolah liyot b'simcha tamid, 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 tamid. Remembering Hashem is always, always, always good. Always good. Af shegam lev nishbar hu tov meod. A broken heart is very good. We spoke about a broken heart. The Kotzker Rebbe says, what's the most complete heart in the world? What's it called? A lev shalem, a lev shavur, a broken heart. The most complete heart. The heart is meant to be broken. The feeling of a person in Olam Hazeh should be feeling such a distance. We're chelek Elohim imal mamash, and we're so far from the essence of the truth of where things should be. Feeling broken and feeling that Hashem is far and feeling that I miss Hashem, that's a whole heart. Lev nishbar is a whole sugya, how to break your heart. Chas v'shalom, no depression, no sadness. Atzvut is avodah zarah. A broken heart is not a sad heart. A sad heart, chas v'shalom, means that he feels there's no hope. Chas v'shalom, there's no Emunah. Broken heart, what's the idea of a lev nishbar? Which is tov me'od. Lev nishbar is tov me'od. Im kol zeu rak be'ezeh sha'ah. We spoke about this about the Rebbe speaks about this, the Tanya. That in order for you to break your heart, we never feel sadness. We feel bitterness, merirut. Bitterness is a very important emotion to identify within your emotions. It's okay to feel bitter. Meaning, a person can chas v'shalom go through a sad time in their life, a loss, whatever it is. They're not going to party. They can't. They have halachot. It's a bitter experience. It's not a joyful, happy, pink, roses, music experience. It's a bitter experience. It's not sad. We know that there's life. Life is here before us. It's life after us. We know that olam hazeh is posdor, olam haba taklin, baruch Hashem we have Emunah. We're not sad. By goyim, death is the end of the world. They tear out their hair, they tattoo, the end of the world. By us, it's not the end of the world. Death is a part of life. It's a part of the stage. We went to olam hazeh, ilulot. We're happy for a person. We celebrate his anniversary every year of becoming. Merirut is bitterness. When a person can say, Creator of the world, I know that you love me, I know that everything's okay, but I feel it's so bitter. I feel so bitter being so far from you. From my sins and my behavior and my selfish behavior, I feel so disconnected from you. I feel so broken. I miss you so much. I miss the truth of your completion, of what you are so much. It's important for a person to tap into these emotions during our life because we're living a life of disconnect and pain from our essence. That's the truth. Our essence is in that place. And it's important to feel it and connect it for an hour a day or a time a day. An hour means a time a day. And that's really a formula against depression. Because during the day when the Yetzer Hara comes to you and says, Romana, why aren't you learning enough Torah? Romana, why aren't you doing this? Why? Say, hey, I don't know, is this the Yetzer Hara Tov talking to me or the Yetzer Hara? Is it the rabbi telling me, do more, do more, do more? Or is it the Yetzer Hara telling me, do more and more and more and more till he's going to push me off the edge? How do I know who to listen to? Is it the rabbi in me, the good in me that's coming to me and telling me, become better? Or is it the Yetzer Hara that's wanting to get me to depression, saying, you're not good enough, you're not good enough, you're not good enough, you're not good enough, boof. Depression, chas v'shalom. How do I know who to listen to within me, in my inner voices? So the Holy Baal Tanya and the Rav Nachman teaches there also, Shah b'yom. Hisbodedus is from the essence of Rabbi Nachman. Is to take time alone, an hour a day. That's not like the rest of the hours of the day. In this hour of the day, you set a time to confront and deal with the harsh and bitter emotions of being in Olam Hazeh, of being a separate Jew that misses his Creator, that misses the good, that misses the light, of the pain of life. You know, many poets spoke about the pain of life itself, the experience of life itself, right? It's not just, you're talking about people who are being traumatized. There's people that are traumatized just from being in this world. Right, Michael? Just being in a goof is traumatizing enough. Hashem is good, the world is good. You learn about, wow, And all that, and we're here? Wow. So it's important to connect to these emotions, this lev nishbar, 1 hour a day. So when 1 hour a day, you say, this hour a day, I'm dealing with the bitterness and the dark side of my emotional world. The rest of the day, when that voice comes to you and say, hey, do more. Hey, what about that? Hey, feel guilty here. Say, no, you're Yetzer Hara. You come to me, Yetzer Hara, in my appointment. 5 o'clock to 6, come, we're going to cry together. If you're the Yetzer Hara. Because the Yetzer Hara and the Yetzer Hara, we don't know, they look the same. So this Eitzah is tremendous for anyone that's wants to really deal with these bitter emotions that are healthy, and not to be confused the whole day. Am I dealing with the Yetzer Tov or Yetzer Hara? There's obviously a concept of Nachman goes over and over and over. Make sure you have a set place for hisbodedus. You can't go to the forest. Amazing. Have a little room. This room is your hisbodedus room. You go in. We're not going to write in a different place. It's very good for every Jew to have a special room for Avodat Hashem. Special room that in this room is Avodat Hashem room. Nothing else. It helps the mindset. But even in psychology, there's terms for this. People go to the gym, they did experiments. People go to the gym, so the body already, after going to the gym for, I don't know, a couple of days or weeks, is so conditioned that the gym is where the weight loss happens. So even on a person going to the gym, they start burning calories already just by going into the gym. Because the body knows that here's where calories are burned. It like shifts into that mode. When a person goes to Lavdil, in Bet Knesset, when a person doesn't talk in Bet Knesset at all, only Torah, when you go into the place, your neshama starts already connecting because this is the place it connects. There's a certain deep placebo effect that happens. It's not Sam, it's Hagel Naseteva. Placebo effect is okay. So this Rav Nachman speaks over and over, making it a time a day and making a place in our life that we realize Avodat Hashem. Avodat Hashem. It's unbelievable that a person could go through this world 40, 50, 70, 80 years and ignore his Creator. And ignore his inner voices. The inner voices that are in us. Doctor, I have too many voices. Okay, take more pills. No, listen to them. Listen to them. Person should take time to listen to the inner traffic, the inner, what's all that noise happening inside of me? Who is it? It's from outside or it's from inside? It's from inside. Take time to be with it. אבל כל היום כולו צריך להיות בשמחה. The derech is 1 hour, you really give your emotions that space, that openness, that empathy. You give them the permission to express everything. After that, you wash your face, if you cry, and 23 hours a day you're b'simcha. And any thoughts of you're not good enough, or life is broken, or things are hard, or anything, so you come back to me during the time of hisbodedus. I have a little piece of paper in my pocket. For me, it helps me to write things down. There's certain things that come to me. If I don't write them down, they'll keep on coming to my head. So I write them down. I'm like, okay, that's it. You're out. I save it for different times that I need. Like, you're okay. This thought, okay, not now. Later. Have appointments. Manage your mental field. Oh, it should be. Okay. כי מלב נשבר, בקל יכולים לבוא למראה שחורה. From a broken heart, the neighbor of the broken heart is depression. So you have to make sure. You could say, okay, no, don't give any space to harsh emotions. No. Live in denial. No. Ignore. No. Confront. Deal. Any emotion that's knocking on your door, say, Baruch haba, come in. Come in. Don't run away. Come in. I'm not running anyone. Let's talk about everything. And everything at the right time. Everything. But if you talk too much, so if we're dealing with broken heart, you want to make sure not to cross that line in that tzvut of Mara Shchora. Mara Shchora is when the bitterness becomes like black bitterness. There's four marot, there's four Mara is spring. What's it called?
Melodies.
What's that?
That's
That influence. Yeah, it's a meat. It influences the entire ratio of how the body is for them.
It's like an acid. Acid, like some kind
It's acidic. Yeah, it's black, red, green, and
black.
white.
Kind of,
of.
So it's easier to get to depression from הלב יותר מאשר יכולים להיקשר עד שמחה חס ושלום, עד איזה עוללות חס ושלום. Meaning he's saying that on the extreme right hand we have happiness, and the risk in happiness is like getting like over happy or too happy, and it's called holelut. Just like being happy for no reason and for like too happy, like out of.
in the wrong thing, right?
Holel is like holeli. אמרתי לו holeli, אמרת לו holel. So, what he's saying is that on the right hand you can get the holelut, but on the left hand you get the depression. So like our life is in this spectrum of like too much itbonanud and too much seriousness. Chas v'shalom, you can be depressed. Too much this, you could be. So, what's it better? So Rabbi Nachman here is saying it's better, chas v'shalom, if you have to fall into some extreme, to fall into the right extreme. Because it says it's harder, it's much harder to get from simcha to holelut, meaning if you're actually going to reach happiness, from there to go to like, not to care about Hashem type of happiness, it's harder. But from broken heart to depression, it's very, very easy. Because depression can feel very holy. That's like the Christian depression. The whole Christianity kind of like is built on the saint and the darkness of the pain of the saints. All the wrong, that's the wrong type of self-worship and pain and all that psychology that allows them to feel like I'm right and therefore I can do whatever I want in the world because I'm the saint and I'm in pain. It's like a very, very twisted. So you see that the border on the left between depression and between broken heartedness and depression is a very slippery slide. That's why try to focus on simcha. Worst comes to worst, you become like you're going to holelut, but that's like a much locha ishina. It's less of a chashash to fall into holelut and the extreme happiness and to fall into depression. כי זה קרוב יותר לבוא מלב נשבר למראה שחורה, כי צריך ששמחה תמיד רק בשעה מיוחדת יהיה לו לב נשבר. Person should make sure his all day to be בשמחה. To always bring back my mind into that state of happiness. Happiness should be the norm of a Jew. And even when you discuss it with yourself, that makes sense. Why not? The Ben Melech, the son of the king, the one that the creation is here for, that everything is, he should be b'simcha, always. Right? What is
the core of this?
Torah Chavdalet Likutei Moharan. This is from the most easy, light Torot of Likutei Moharan. Like if you learn the first Torah in Likutei Moharan, probably I would learn this one with that. Chavdalet Tanyana. Yeah. The second portion of Likutei Moharan, 24. This is one of the easier and also very, very basic. The Torah after this is hisbodedus, Torah Chavhei. These three Torot, Chav Gimel, Chavdalet, Chavhei, 23, 24, 25, are very easy to learn. And they speak about hisbodedus, about simcha. But this is like kind of like the neshama of Breslov. Like get the idea. The idea is like we're gonna be always happy. We're gonna have Emunah. And now we're gonna learn deep techniques, high. But at the end, it's all about just being in that simcha, being in that Emunah, and being in that place that Hashem wants us to be. And Hashem wants His creation happy. Right? You come home and your kids are sitting there fighting, depressed, chas v'shalom. No. What's all the work? What am I doing for all this? Come back, you see your kids happy, you see satisfied, you say, it's worth it, I'll do more. Hashem Barach creates a whole creation. Hisbodedus Adonai le'olam, yismach Adonai b'ma'asav. That's the Mashiach, the Geulah, that's the final song. That Yismach is the same word as Mashiach. That when Mashiach comes, there'll be a happiness. And that's what we said, that this great, great happiness that a person has from the future That's what we see. When this happiness, when a person gets to happiness, then they fix the 10 minei negina. They fix the 10 types of nigunim. And that fixes the 10 types of pulses, and that brings the total health. In the beggars, they also speak of this idea of the pulses, of the minei negina is also a very big theme in Rabbi Nachman in general, also in the stories of the princess running into the 10 chomot shel mayim, the malchut falling into the 10 klipot, and he running into to get her. That's Rabbi Nachman speaking about the heroes that could shoot the arrows, and the ultimate hero that could shoot 10 types of arrows and could take back the 10 types of arrows. All this, these are the 10 types of Tehillim that establish the Tikkun HaKlali. The Tikkun HaKlali is the 10 types of arrows that even though the queen, the Bat Melech, was hit by the 10 types of arrows that had 10 types of poison, he's the doctor that knows how to pull back all the 10 types of arrows. That he could go in and that's really above time. Because how do you, if I pull an arrow into the hurt, the arrow fell into her, so okay, I pull it out now. That means you could pull it back from before it fell. That's tshuva, it's the malam in Islam. That's the tshuva of Tikkun HaKlali, that's the tshuva of being in simcha, of this 10, awakening the 10 minei negina, awakening the 10 songs. The 10th song is a complete song where the creation is totally happy. When the creation is singing to the Creator every type of melody. There's basically 10 types of melody that there is to sing. So that's in general, the way of Chassidut is that we learn about ultimate futuristic high levels that exist, and then we invite them and we draw them into the present. So right now we're learning about the truth of Hashem and the Geulah, about how Hashem is so real, and we're inviting into our life to always be happy, to always live in that truth. We should live right now in the Galut, also like after the Geulah already.
So who wants to come to Gan Sofia?
Gan Sofia? You guys are going?
Let's go.